morning, everyone. So on the Mentimeter, the question is, what's one real action you or your organisation can take this year to centre Indigenous law and knowledge in species recovery? Yeah, I'm not good at these. So good morning, everyone. Before I start, I want to acknowledge the traditional owners of this place in which we meet today, and all my First Nations brothers and sisters across Australia. Thank you for constantly and continuously and quietly fighting and protecting what's important to us. I also want to thank, here we go, Sarah, ACIUCN, these acronyms, they kill me, and Bush Heritage Australia for actually sponsoring me to be here today as this aunt, and to be speaking on behalf of all my aunts back home. I guess I'm not a polished CEO, right? So forgive me for that. But I'm going to be real with you. You already know the science. You already know the threats. And you already know what's been lost or what's going to be lost. We've seen it over the last day. So I'm not here to tell you what you already know. I guess what us ants want to know is this one question. Who is really going to walk out of this room today, out of every single forum we ever go to, and create real change? Think about that question, because I really, really want to know who's going to walk out of this room today. And that's on behalf of all of our little ants that crawl around the ground. We would really, really like to know. Okay, here we go. Is that button? Cool. So my name's Stephina Salee. I'm the Executive Officer of Dhimurru Aboriginal Corporation. I am a Thabu, Kanju, Mangalili, Argan, and Gumach woman. I carry both freshwater and saltwater in my veins. So that means I carry contrast and connection, and I actually walk between tides. I walk between science, policy, culture, practice, and country. This is my first time speaking on a stage like this, so please forgive me. I am very nervous. I definitely feel like an ant in this room. But where I come from, leadership doesn't have a microphone. So this feels very odd. But I didn't come here alone. I came here on the shoulders of my ancestors. I came from a community and a people like a university. I came here with all my little ants in my heart, and I'm standing here because in Dhimurru we say, stand strong and firm for the land and sea. So in all my nervousness, that is what I'm doing right now. I don't speak for Yolngu people, I walk beside them. They are my family. They built Dhimurru out of a vision. We talk about threatened species. Well, here's the truth. We are threatened. We as Indigenous people are threatened. Because if we're not at the centre of conservation, even of your conversations, then we're not recognised. We're not respected properly and resourced. Without us, whole system fails. Because we are country. We're not separate from the land, the fire, the water, and the animals. Like I said, we are the system. I am Marnjalk, Tupmul, which means stingray. I am Kadal, Baru, crocodile. And I am Yalanau, freshwater catfish. When they are threatened, so am I. If they disappear, a part of me disappears too. This isn't poetic, it's biological. It's legal and it's personal, and I carry it within my veins. You cannot protect species while ignoring the people who carry their law in their veins. We're not here asking to be included, because we're already carrying the work, us little ants. Without us, nothing survives whole. But everyone feels the wind, right? Even this morning, if anyone felt that wind out there, holy crap. Love this country, but it's cold. I want to show you what the wind looks like, what change really looks like. Maybe I change my slide will help. So Dhimurru means easterly wind. That's actually what Dhimurru means. And it was the Ririchingu and Gumbach people, mother-child, Yotu Yindi, elders, that saw a threat coming to country. They saw sacred places under pressure, turtle nesting sites empty, shorebirds gone quiet, marine debris choking beaches, so they acted without permission. They formed Dhimurru IPA, not just a ranger program, but a Yolngu-led system of care based on law, kinship, and culture. Indigenous protected areas, or IPAs like ours, aren't just conservation zones. They are systems of Indigenous governance, science, and survival, where traditional law and Western frameworks aren't in conflict. They're in conversations. Today, we care for over 550,000 hectares of land and sea. We issue permits, we manage fire, we clean up waste, marine debris, we protect threatened species, not from the outside, but from within. This work doesn't start with a policy. It starts with our law, ROM, responsibility and belonging. And that's carried every day by the rangers, the little ants. Before I go any further, I just want to give you the scale of what a little ant does. I have about 14 rangers at Dhimurru. We manage, like I said, 550,000 hectares of land and sea. One ranger manages the urban setting of Singapore, of land and sea. So when my brother Barry from Nelsma talked about we're resource poor, we are resource poor. We are Australian Border Forces. We are customs. We are carers of country. We are beach cleaners. We are everything you possibly can think of. But we do it every day with a smile as a big group of ants, because it means more than what you put in a newspaper. This is what ants do every day. Across Australia, there's about over 100 Indigenous ranger teams or groups looking after about 87 million hectares of land and sea. At Dhimurru, each ranger holds deep responsibility through law, trust, and connections. Our rangers move like the ant, tuned into every sign and shift. And they see like the eagle, watching for what's coming, often before others can even measure it. So someone mentioned about horizon scanning. We can horizon scan 10 years ahead of time. We see it. You just don't know that we can. We don't manage country, like I said, we belong to it. I want to share a bit of a story. Some of our female rangers went out one day, and they've gone to country many a time, especially this one place. And this one day they were in the mangroves and they didn't see one crab, didn't hear one bird, and all the shellfish were dying. Something was not right. So they trusted their instincts. The next day they went back and put a drone in the sky. What they saw was heartbreaking. Thousands of hectares of mangroves dying. Without any alarms, without any alerts. And one of my rangers, who I call Due, said to me, "Gale, country is crying and no one sees it but us." That's not just observation. That's real science. That's policy in action. That's law, culture, story, and care working together. Because like I said, and like we've all said in this room over the last day, we are connected to country. We are country. We will feel it before you even can see it. What needs to shift? We've been scientists long before science had a name. We've been managing complex systems for thousands of years, but we're still asked to prove what we already know, to reframe our work into formats that strip it out. And while that happens, species disappear, balance breaks. Our early warnings don't show up in spreadsheets. They show up in the silence of birds, missing stingrays, the wrong season for fire, and plastics replacing turtle nesting sites. This isn't just about losing animals. For us, it's about losing relationships. And when that breaks, the whole system starts to fail. So what really needs to change? Let us lead. Not from the sidelines, but the centre. We're not stakeholders. We are right holders. We are law holders. Fund the full picture, not just quick projects, but long-term systems that hold country and community together. Respect what we know through real power sharing, not just consultation. And most importantly, elevate those ants. They are important in this ecosystem of saving threatened species. They are not just workers, they are holding the line. When we lead, we bring species back. We bring systems back. And we bring life back for all of us. So I'm going to leave you with this. And I have this speech here, Legacy and Renewal, because Dhimurru was one of the first IPAs in Australia. So it is a legacy IPA. 35 years, and I'm now working with the 5th generation of ants. If you're a scientist, forget what you know. Unlearn what you know. Come walk with us. Start from country. Sit with us. Come and be an ant. If you're in government, don't be afraid to let us change policy. We're pretty good policy writers. We've been doing it for 65,000 years. Be bold, back leadership, and not just labour. And if you're a donor, don't wait for a collapse. Invest in vision, in law, in what's already alive. And for those who came just to listen, please, really listen. Because it's opportunities like that us little rangers and our little ants don't get to be on platforms like this. So this is my one opportunity to talk for us ants. Because the truth is the easterly wind is rising and it's not waiting for your permission. From the tidal shores of Arnhem Land to the deserts and the islands of the Torres Strait and to central Arnhem and to Central Desert, rangers are holding the line, and that's the truth. We are not the footnotes in conversations or conservations. We are the spine. We don't need to sit at the table. I've heard that a couple of times over yesterday. We are the table. You make a decision whether you want to sit at it or not. So I'll leave you with this. When people look back at this moment, will they remember you clapping from the crowd or becoming an ant and walking with us? Because the wind is shifting and us ants, we're not sheltering from it. We're gliding with it. So thank you.